Get up and go with Dunken and Carly on demand.
Cheat days and the 80-20 rule. What do you think it is?
So isn't it that 80% of the time you should eat healthy, 20% of the time you can kind of do whatever? You can cheat a little bit.
Good job, Carly.
Thank you.
That is the rule. I'd never heard of that before.
Oh.
But you get the bell today.
I'm so smart.
I always thought it was once a week, which would not be 80-20.
No.
But yeah, you're allowed a little bit more freedom when it comes to cheating. Mm-hmm. So we opened it up on Facebook, and we'll open it up this morning. What is the best restaurant when you're going to go out for a cheat day? Where are you going in town? Mm-hmm. Carly, where would you go?
I think I'd have to say the Tap House.
Oh, that's good.
The buffalo cheese curds.
Well, and the beer.
And the beer.
Yeah.
And the buffalo cauliflower bites. And the burgers. And the nacho. Like, oh my God.
Their blue cheeseburger is really good. Really good. So many people on our Facebook page said Los Arcos, which, yeah, if you're going to get one of those burritos.
Oh my gosh.
They are massive.
My husband loves getting the burrito gordo, which has fries in it.
It's got like fries
inside the burrito. I'm like,
French fries.
I was like, bro.
If a cheat day was a picture, that would be
Yes,
exactly.
100%. And that burrito is massive.
Uh-huh. All right, what else are people saying? Best restaurant in Rochester for a cheat day.
Jen says John Hardy's.
Okay, yep. Barbecue.
Jessica says China One.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one. Christian says Snappy Stop. I like the idea of having a burger on a cheat day.
See, I think a burger's just part of my regular, like part of my 80%. So 20%, I'm getting the burrito with the fries.
You know, if I have like a burger at home,
yeah,
I feel like
like
that's
it's
a little healthier.
But is it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what they're doing back there at the restaurant. I just know it tastes really good. So
when I grill burgers at home,
yeah,
I always have more than one.
Oh, maybe that's your problem.
I would never do that at a restaurant. I never say I need another burger. But at home, I'm always like, I'll take another one.
That's true. That's
right.
Fair.
People do that, right?
I don't.
Oh, well, okay.
So maybe that's why.
Okay, maybe that's why I'm chubby.
Laura says Victoria's.
Oh, yeah.
The pasta.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Good morning, Jenna. What's your go-to restaurant in town for a cheat day?
We always go to Texas Roadhouse.
Oh, Texas Roadhouse. Yeah, you can fill up there for sure.
Yes.
I would pick Ichi Tokyo.
Oh, see? And Ichi Tokyo to me is like a relatively healthy place to go out to eat.
Yeah, if you're normal and you just order off the menu. But I always go with the all-you-can-eat. And it's a challenge to me. Like,
yeah.
By the way, you can get a discounted gift card to Ichi Tokyo right now, or Wabi Sabi if you're feeling sushi.
True.
SeizeTheDeal.com for that.
Katie says her cheat meal in Rochester is at Taco Jed. Yeah, tacos.
I'm hungry now.
Burgers. I know. I want a burger so bad.
Hey, Taylor Swift.
Yes.
We're talking about Taylor Swift nonstop. We got a couple different contests going for concert tickets. Mm-hmm. What do you think her cheat day is? Do you think she ever takes a cheat day?
I feel like she's normal enough that she does every once in a while.
I know what she eats on her cheat day.
Do you?
I do. I looked it up.
Did you follow her? Oh.
I stalk her. I followed her into the restaurants.
What you ordering today, Taylor?
She goes with a burger and fries.
Yep.
And some ice cream.
Okay, so we're like the same person, Taylor.
All right, keep listening for our Tay-Tay double play. We're going to play some Taylor Swift after the break. If there are two in a row, you could win some Taylor Swift tickets. Is it hard to leave your house right now, Carly? You look at me all strange. Maybe it's not a problem for you, but everywhere I go, people are like, hey, I heard you're giving away Taylor Swift tickets. What's a guy got to do to get some of those for his daughter?
Nobody's cornered me about that yet, so hopefully it doesn't happen.
Oh, my God, it's the worst. Because I want to give them to everybody, right?
Of course.
Especially my friends and my family and everybody that wants to go.
Yes.
But, you know, there are only so many tickets. But we do have a few, and we do have two contests going on right now. Everybody knows about the Tay-Tay double play.
Actually, we have three contests going on right now.
We do have three contests going on.
Yeah.
You listen to 106.9 KROC, and you're going to stumble into Taylor Swift tickets.
Yeah, basically.
So Thursday, we'll spin it to win it. We've got Taylor Swift tickets on our prize wheel.
For her Minnesota show.
Yep. And then we've got a couple opportunities for you to see her in California. The Tay-Tay double play. You just listen at work for back-to-back Taylor Swift songs. Mm-hmm. And then you can also download the 106.9 KROC app for the Speak Now contest.
Yes. And the Speak Now contest is where you just record yourself talking about how much you love us and how much you love Taylor Swift and that you want to go see her in California, all that good stuff. And then once you submit that, you're entered to win. It's that easy.
Yeah, tell us why you want to go. This is what Erica said.
I think it'd be fun to take my daughter, who is 14. She doesn't always want to spend time with mom, but I think she would love doing this with mom, and I would love being able to do that with her.
Erica, you are entered to win. Get all the details on how you can score Taylor Swift tickets right now on our app. So many people said cigarettes, Carly.
Really?
So many comments.
I haven't looked at all the comments, but
oh my gosh, we got so many comments and so many people said tobacco. You're at that age where, I mean, were there smoking restaurants when you were a kid?
no.
Everything
No,
was
I don't think-
non-smoking, right? I remember, I'm a little older than you. I remember going to a restaurant and it was full of smoke. Like
Yeah,
that's
so-
just how you lived.
So I never grew up with that. I want to say there were like smoking sections though.
Okay, which is funny because it's
feel
like
like-
the
I know,
smoke
right?
is going to just waft over here.
I feel like there were smoking sections. I remember whenever we booked hotels, my mom would always be like, hey, can we make sure we get it in the non-smoking section? So like I think there were blocks, but it wasn't all over the place except for at casinos. When I started going to casinos, it was still, I mean, I guess they're still like that.
Yeah, you can
Aren't
still
they?
smoke in casinos, I think, yeah.
Yeah, or at least some of them.
Uh-huh. So we asked people, what's the number one smell from your childhood? And so many people said smoke.
Yeah, tobacco,
Cigarettes.
cigarettes.
Pipes,
Yeah.
cigars, all of that stuff.
I feel like a lot of that could come from grandparents for like my age group because I know my husband's, well, at least a couple of his grandparents used to smoke. So
Yeah, my parents never smoked, but it was just a thing, man. Like everywhere you went, everybody was smoking.
yeah, that's true.
And, like,
That's true.
You always smelled like smoke.
Yeah.
It was gross.
Yeah.
It was really gross, but it was one of those smells,
It was
man.
a smell that you grew up with. Yeah.
All right, so what are people saying?
Gail says Old Spice on Sunday morning. The only time you knew exactly where Dad was. Yikes. But he must have gotten real nice and cleaned up for church
You gotta
Sunday
go.
morning. Yep.
You gotta pray for forgiveness, right, Dad?
Oh, Lord.
Lori says my grandma's apartment. I would like more detail. My grandma.
What smell?
Yeah, my grandma had a smell. Her house. Like
I feel like grandparents, there is just a smell.
it wasn't a good one at my grandparents'
Oh, really?
house. No. No. She had cats and she was old and like
Oh, yes, you've talked about
and
that.
she wasn't able to keep up with the cats.
Right. So my grandpa uses the Aussie brand hairspray. And do you know that Aussie has like a very specific smell?
I guess I don't know that.
Okay, so it has a very specific smell, and he'd use it every morning. And so whenever we stayed the night at their house, every morning
You get that
Aussie
smell.
hairspray comes out.
Yeah.
So whenever I smell that, I'm always like, "Hello,
Yeah.
Grandpa, are you here?"
Speaking of hair, my mom always went to town with Aquanet hairspray. In the aerosol cans back in the day. And it was
Yeah.
just like, Mom, you don't have to use half the can every day. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Those are very distinct smells, though.
I know, it's so funny. Well, and he still uses Aussie hairspray to this day. So even though like I haven't spent a night at their place in a while, it's still
yeah.
like when he walks by, especially if it's in the morning, sometimes you'll get like a waft of it.
So according to this survey, the top two smells from childhood, mom's cooking and fresh cut grass. I wouldn't think of fresh cut grass.
I think as a kid, you would spend more time outside.
Yeah, I
I
suppose.
think that's the thought.
Like, that's a dad smell.
It is. Seriously, I think of fresh cut grass and the smell of the gasoline from the lawnmower on my
Oh,
dad
yeah.
after he mowed.
Yep.
I always I love that smell. And yesterday we were actually out walking and people were mowing their lawn and I was like, oh my God, it smells so good because it smells like fresh cut grass. It
You
has a
weirdo.
smell. It smells so, okay, you're the one that huffs gasoline. So.
I do like the smell of gas. I don't help it. All right, what's the number one smell from your childhood? Open our app right now and chat with us.
It appears that the weekend is killing off the weekend.
Okay, what's going on? I saw the headline. I didn't click the story.
Yes, so he's been saying that, I think I kind of am getting to a place where I kind of want to end the weekend chapter and maybe make music under my actual name, Abel.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
I've always thought about that with artists like Young Gravy. Like, what if are you going to be 50 years old and be Young Gravy?
Young Gravy. So now he has changed his Twitter and Instagram account handles to Abel. So people are thinking. That's his real name? That's his real name.
Okay.
They're thinking that he's really taken that route and he's going to change his stage name to his actual name. So
that's going to be hard.
I don't know if that means, that'll be weird.
Because like you've already sold 100 million albums as The Weeknd. And that's what everybody knows you as.
I wonder if he'll change up his sound too, along with changing his
You would think like
name.
A complete reinvention.
Right. That's what I'm thinking. That's the vibe that I'm getting from him, that he's like, I'm having this, what did he say?
Midlife crisis.
He said, I'm going through a cathartic path right now.
Okay.
So I'm thinking that it'll be a big switch.
We shall see.
So for 6 years in a row, the average age of cars on American roads have gone up. More and more people are driving their cars longer and longer. The average light vehicle, so like an average car, basically, the average age now is 12 and a half years.
Okay, that doesn't surprise me. People can't afford cars.
Exactly. Inflation and inventory issues are some of the contributing factors to people driving their cars longer, as well as higher interest rates. Now, April data shows that the used car prices are starting to go down, so it'll probably increase demand. But, I mean, used car prices are
outrageous.
Still crazy.
Yeah.
So,
well, if demand goes up, that means
that's how
prices are going to go up.
That is how I took economics classes. That's exactly how economics works. The price goes down, demand goes up, and then it'll switch. And then it just does that forever and ever and ever.
So you're going to be driving your beater forever, basically.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
16 years old. It's 16 years old, I think.
Still running.
Reba McEntire is replacing Blake Shelton on The Voice. It was officially announced.
How do you feel about this?
I'm a little worried.
I love Reba.
I do too.
I love Reba, but I'm like,
I'm a little worried because Blake Shelton Blake Shelton is the reason The Voice is so successful.
Yeah, Blake and Adam, right?
He brought in him and Adam Levine, but like Adam Levine's not on there anymore.
Yep.
But they brought in the young audience that loves to watch them. Reba is iconic, but she's not going to bring in young viewers. She's going to bring in older viewers.
50-plus crowd.
Right. So I'm a little worried.
Reba's pretty funny, though.
And
I'll give it a shot.
And I think she'd be really great as a coach, but I'm concerned.
We'll see how that plays out.
And finally, it is Craft Beer Week here in Minnesota and across the country.
What does that mean?
So that means breweries all across the U.S.
Give it away?
Maybe.
Okay.
It depends on the brewery.
I just threw that out there.
It depends on the brewery you're going to. You know, it depends on what kind of promotions they're offering. There's a lot of live music that's happening here in Rochester.
Gotcha. So this is a publicity thing to bring more people and check them out.
Yeah. So, live music, lots of events, lots of new beer releases are happening here in Rochester. Yeah, there's all sorts of stuff going on.
So there's so many breweries in this area. Is there one convenient place that I can go to get all the info on this?
Well, if you go to the 106.9 KROC app, I have all of the event details for our Rochester breweries for this week, all the stuff that they've going on, the beer releases, that kind of thing. So check out our app for the latest on that.
Dunken and Carly, weekday mornings on 106.9 KROC.